So what are the biggest mistakes that you see that doctors are making with social media, or what other so-called experts, the advice that they're giving that you think is bad or wrong?
Yeah, well, I think one of the biggest mistakes out there today, or lost opportunities, if you want to say it that way, is that doctors are still of the mindset that social media should be free. So they're not necessarily investing in training to either, expand the knowledge that their staff member has, or learn what's working for other practices by enlisting some training or attending a workshop or paying for a webinar or what have you, so that they can continue to grow their social media successes. So we're hearing from a lot of practices today that have been using social media for a year or two, and they're not really sure what they should be doing, so they want to kind of take things to the next level, and we can help them with that. So I think the biggest mistake is just not being willing to invest in some information in coaching or consulting or workshop to just take things to the next level.
What's the second biggest mistake? Hiring a company that does all the posting for you?
I
know you don't like that.
Well, in some cases it can be okay, but I think you just have to be informed about what you're getting and understand, what it is that you're getting for those monthly fees that you're paying.
Okay, and what are some posts that you don't like that you see doctors doing? Anything in particular?
Let's see. I would say just really, generic information. I think if you personalize your content for your specific practice, that's really what it's all about. It doesn't mean that it has to be on a set schedule, that you have to post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 times a day. And I've tested this myself. When I have a holiday or vacation time that I just want to do a digital unplug, your audience is still there after a week or two. People think you have to be on there every day constantly, but they're still there. You could take a break and everything's still there. So I think that's important to add, a few years down the line, now that we've all been using social media more, that it's okay if you're not plugged in constantly.
Can I tell you the biggest mistake I think people make?
What's
in
that?
social media? For example, I see this one periodontist, and she's one of my Facebook friends, and she posts pocket reduction surgeries, the most graphic, ugly photos of cutting back some of the gum tissue, and then she even has the courage to put the afters where she's left them with all these dark triangles throughout their mouth, and it's always a retracted view. And so I'm thinking, is she doing this to help train other dentists?
Yes.
But on the same page, it's always personal stuff, pictures of her kids, pictures of a vacation. So she's doing it because I think she thinks that that's what patients want to look at.
Yes. Well,
so graphic photos don't work.
No.
We're not used to seeing the inside of people's mouths.
Nothing bloody. I always say just keep it positive. And so if it's a bunch of dentists or other doctors that are looking at that social media feed, then they may be, yay, yes, we got more clinical photos. But patients, for the most part, don't want to see the blood or, the implant parts and pieces. They want to see things that are positive. And you think about it, they're smiling, they're looking at the news feed of their neighbor's vacation or their niece or nephew, and then shocking, all of a sudden there's like a perio mouth on there or something. So
a lot of x-rays. I see a lot of
audience.
x-rays on there. But I'm thinking this is to impress their friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think they think that patients want to see x-rays?
Unless their audience is really into the x-rays. So it depends on their audience, is what I'm saying. But unless your audience is clinical focus, doctors, or someone else in the healthcare profession, patients generally don't want to see that. You want to just keep it positive and light.